Now that we've done step 40, wheels and tyres, we now move on to the bodywork. Now, this talks about how to make the bodywork and do the bodywork as if you were cutting and spraying this one yourself. However, this particular car comes with the body already pre-cut and pre-sprayed. So all we've got to do really is make a couple of the holes that we need for actually we probably got one for the back already, but we probably need one for the front pin, and one of these here we're probably going to need for the aerial tube. So step 41 is effectively done for us apart from the holes. We need to move on to the next step. Well, 42 is effectively sprayed, so that's quite quick. So we now move on to step 43, and that's all about applying the decals. So here are those lovely decals, and here's our lovely body. So I'm going to pop a couple of holes on just so that the body is ready. I'm going to take the film off because it's still got the film over it, so we can reveal this lovely white paint that Tamiya have done for us. And then I've got to do cutting and decaling. Now, there's loads of videos out there showing you how to apply these. I don't think this is a particularly difficult one. You've got some quite large decals. So what I may do here is just put the decals on and come back to you. If there's anything in particular that's of any difficulty, then perhaps I'll touch base with you. But if you don't hear from me, then you know I've just gone ahead and got this done. So step 43 is next. We're going to apply the decals to the body. So a little note here while I'm here. So we're on step 43. We've got the holes in the body now ready for placing that over on the chassis. We've got our chassis to the left hand side. Got a lovely painted body, which is Tamiya already painted. So we've got to take the sleeve off. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out the stickers and the decals. Now, on this particular project, there's not that many stickers. So what I've done is using a very sharp pair of scissors, so a nice new pair of scissors. And when you cut out the decals, try and cut as close as you can to the lines, so that you get a good finish. So when you put these on, they sort of all look nice and neat. So the last thing you want is a lot of overflash left from the stickers. You want to keep that to a minimum as you can. And you're probably thinking, well, if you've cut them all out, John, how are you going to know which one is which? Well, I put a number on the back. So I've just used a little Sharpie and put a number on the back of each one. So I still know which one's number 1, which one's number 2, and so forth. And there's not been a great deal on this particular model, so it's going to be quite straightforward. So yeah, that's just really an update. Anything I can say to you, make sure when you cut these out, you cut them as close to the line. Don't rush. Get this nice and neat, because the neater you get these cut out, the better it's going to look on the model. So yeah, let me start putting some stickers on, and I'll come back to you with an update of where I am. See you soon.
So just thought I'd give a little touch on an update here, and just really showing you kind of how I put my decals on. So you've got the protective sheet on. So on here, because there's such a large surface here and you're manhandling the chassis, I try and leave this on as much as the area as I possibly can, and only pull off enough to put the decals on. That way you don't put any greasy marks on and the decals stick on better. I do use a little bit of heat sometimes here and there. Just use like this is like a candle lighter if you like, and just use a little bit of heat just to give it there. And I've got like a little squeegee thing that I try to do these larger surfaces with as well. So yeah, lining these up was a little bit of a challenge. So it was just a case of offering them up, and I offered up both this one and this one together without the backing, and then once I found my place, I then just applied them, this one first and then this one second. So I've got to do the same. I've got the front areas to do, so we're kind of doing these ones here, which are 7 and 8, I think they are. These are the ones that are going to go up through here, so we've got to get those lined up. So that's going to be these guys here, so this one and this one. Yeah, this one and this one. So we've got to get these lined up along this center, and they got to go on the center there. So oops. So yeah, what I'm going to do again, same method. I'm going to pull the vane back, pull it back, and I'm going to use a little bit of tape just to stick it back, so I've got enough space to stick these stickers on. That way I'm not manhandling this. This is too much. Okay, so I'll come back to you when I've done that. So quick update on step 43, and as you can see, the decals are now on. It takes a little bit of time to get these right, and the only change that I've actually made, because I did break one of the decals, was to this section here. I broke one of these, so it just happens from my stash of decals I managed to cut some new pieces, and instead of going with the very light sort of silvery grey, I've gone with a darker graphite-y colour, so I think it looks good. You almost like you can't tell. So yeah, even seasoned guys like me make mistakes and break decals, so yeah, there we are. So we can move on to the next step, which would be attaching the body to the chassis. So moving on to step 44, and as we've now completed the body, we need to mount the body onto our chassis. So this one, there's an extra bag sitting inside the pack here. So body, they call it body metal parts bag, and well, kind of don't think it's metal parts bag, if I'm being honest. It's more of a GRP plate, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, so perhaps not quite described how it should be, but I think you get the idea. It's an extra bag. So the hardware and the mounting plate for the mounting of the body is here. So you need some of these clips and such like. So there's our BD1. We need one of those. We need two of the clips, and we need this little fellow here as well. So there you are. And yeah, the rest is going to go for the exterior and the plate. So we're just going to make this up and put this into onto the car. And it's quite a straightforward step, really, I suppose. It's a case of swapping things around a little bit. Taking our car, the rear. Let's bring this in here. The rear of our car. And we need to, first of all, pop the screw, the washer together. My fat fingers picking up the washers. Like that. And then that goes underneath there. And we take this, which is a threaded, so don't cross thread it, it's already threaded, like that. And then we make sure the holes are across here. So what I might do here is use my screwdriver, and where is my little wrench? It's inside my little tub. So we need to make sure that the holes are that way. See the holes there, that picks it up. We just need to, like that. So now that's like that, and we're on. I'm just going to give it a little nip up so it's not going nowhere. Okay, then we pop that, and we pop that on these holes here and here, and with a couple of our pins we secure it in place. One that side and one that side. Now you probably remember me saying I might try and get this to fit onto the plate. Yeah, not going to go, I don't think.
So I think we'll go to my second step, and I'll mount that down here with some double-sided tape down here. So yeah, I think we're going to go there. So mounting the body is the next step, and that's step 45. So we'll move on to that as well after we've bent some of the pins. So I've made a little switch bracket here. This is some plasticard that I've made with a couple of holes, and the switch goes on this side, and I've made some grooves, if it can focus. Yeah, and technically we're going to pop this over the top of here because there's a couple of mounting holes that I could use, and that will sit there nicely. And yeah, I think that kind of works, I think. And of course the driver figure will go over here, and of course that driver figure goes like that. And well, I kind of think that fits in quite well. Just got to paint it black, I think, and then we'll be done. And I might glue that, actually. I might just super glue that into there. Yeah, I might super glue the switch onto that bracket. That should be fine. Right,